This is my mother, Carol Young, and she is the owner of Granny Birdz Stitches. Mom, why don't I have you tell us just a little bit about your business?
Okay, it's an Etsy business, and I've had it now for 8 years. I sell minky blankets for babies, children, and older children. Sometimes I'll make an adult minky blanket too, but not as often. I do personalization on the blanket, so they can request a name or a saying or something like that. And then I crochet around some of my blankets for a special touch, something unique.
Fun.
Some I that and some I just ruffle. I'll make a ruffle around them.
Great. What do you like best about being an entrepreneur?
I'm able to set my own time schedule. Also, I enjoy being able to meet lots of people all over. I used to sell all over the world. Now I've limited it to the United States.
Tell me now on the opposite end of the spectrum, what do you like least about being an entrepreneur?
There's a lot more to it than just making blankets. There's all that I do, the buying. The cotton fabrics all have to be washed and ironed before I could even start cutting out. And then I also take the pictures and I do all the chatting over the emails. So there's just a lot of time that probably I didn't actually realize when I started doing this.
Tell me, what was your inspiration for starting your own business?
I like to sew and I like to buy fabric. So this has been a way for me to pay for my hobby and collect what I love. And I'm able to do what I love.
What was your greatest challenge in starting your own business? Or of?
Probably just selling the right thing, what was in demand.
Good.
I found out minky was a real popular fabric. Before that, I was selling flannel blankets, and they weren't selling very good. But once I switched over to minky and found out what was in style at that time, then things took off.
What has been your greatest success with your business?
Meeting so many wonderful people, and we've become friends. If there's a new baby in the family or a baby shower, they always get a hold of me and talk and visit. And I love hearing about how their children, some of them have children who are now older and they still love their blanket. Still have to take it to bed with them. And so that's been real rewarding.
Yeah, I can imagine why that would be rewarding.
This is my computer station. This is a new blanket I'm posting in my shop, and this is where I take all my pictures in front of this window because there's a lot of natural light. I ended up buying me a industrial sewing machine along with my other machines, and these are some of the fonts that I offer in my shop for those who are wanting names. This is my wrapping station where I wrap things and get my blankets ready for mailing, and I have my TV in here so I could listen to music or watch shows while I'm working. And this is a bunch of my fabric that I have. I started out in a bedroom in a corner, and I ended up with so much stuff that we ended up building a new room onto our house. This is where I make my blankets. Right now I'm working on some quilts. So I have a bunch of fabric there that I'm working on. And over here's my embroidery machines. I have 2 of them. They keep me, a lot of times they're running all the time. and all my different threads that my customers can choose from for the names, whatever they want.
Do you have any products you'd like to show us today? Just to give us an idea of what you do.
I have these reborn dolls that look like my babies, and I use them in some of my pictures so my customers can get an idea of how big the blanket is and what the babies will look like in them. Okay, here's a couple of my bigger blankets, Minky blankets that I haven't sold yet. I just finished them. Here's one I crocheted the trim around with one of my babies. And here's a swaddler. It's made out of muslin.
Well, thank you so much, Mrs. Young. Carol Young, the owner of Granny Birdz Stitches. Again, thank you for the interview and your time.
It was fun.
It was fun, and it looks like you have a very, very unique and special business. So
thank you.
Wish you the best of luck.